presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are San Diego.
Oh, life is good in the nation's finest city. A little sail in the afternoon and then get into port in time for some Major League Baseball, and Petco Park's the scene. Final game of this four-game series between the San Diego Padres and the Houston Astros. And good evening, everyone, with Mark Grant, Dick Enberg. Tony Gwynn's on his way to Cooperstown for the activities this weekend, the induction ceremonies. The Padres, for the first time all year, have scored 8 runs in back-to-back games. We talked a lot about runners in scoring position, and there was that 2-32 drought until just 2 games ago, but they've awakened in key money situations.
Scoring some runs, big opportunities for the San Diego Padre hitters. And one particular hitter that's been swinging a hot bat, especially against left-handers this year, Yonder Alonso. He's just making some great strides. Earlier in the year, there were times, when it would get beat lefty on lefty. You could see the ball out of the hand of Cole Hamels. Recognition. The ball ends up low out of the zone. Swing and a miss. Johan Santana out of the hand. This looks like a big old fat fastball. He commits, doesn't recognize it that well, Dick. But last night, watch this. On the freeze, he recognized it. Okay, outer half of the plate, my swing path can take the ball that way, some authority. That's according to Alonzo Powell, the hitting coach. And that's what he said. He goes, I see with the swing of Alonzo that he's going to have great success with more at-bats against lefties because of that swing path of his. He's able to drive that ball the opposite way. That's why he hits so well. And plus, with more at-bats at the big league level, he's just going to get better and better.
Last 2 games, a home run and 3 doubles. He now leads all National League rookies in 2 base hits with 23. That's the number he wears on his back. Let's see if he can hike that up to 24 tonight. So we're wrapping up this 4-game series with the Astros. The Padres have won 10 of their last 15 games, their best run of the season, but they have to beat a young guy, Harrell, who shut him out 1-0 in Houston just a couple of weeks ago. The sweet sound of a hard ball off a wooden bat. Its beautiful rhythmic beat has served of late as music to the Padres' ears, delivering key hits the past 2 games against the Astros. Tonight it's time to hit another high note. A series win is at stake. Padres and Astros. Catch it on Fox Sports San Diego. And catch it indeed as we're ready to play ball as you look into beautiful Petco Park from the park at the park. They played 4 in Houston. They split those 4 games. The Padres have won the last 2 after dropping the opener of this 4-game series. Brad Mills, in his 3rd year, has set his lineup, and here's how the Houston team will hit. Altuve leading it off. Gonzalez shows a good bat, a switch hitter. Scott Moore, then J.D. Martinez leading in RBIs with 50. Matt Downs, a couple of home runs last night in the 8-4 Padre win. Justin Maxwell will bat in this 6th slot and play right field. Jordan Schaefer in center. Chris Snyder, the catcher, and Lucas Harrell, actually a pretty good hitter, in the 9th spot. Edinson Volquez making his 20th start. That matches Clayton Richard for the most on the Padre team. 5-7 his record, but the batting average against .225. That's the 8th best in the National League. Actually, he had his numbers, earned run and batting average, helped by the fact there's been a scoring change. Remember the fly ball at Dodger Stadium that Carlos Quentin couldn't quite catch, and they ruled it a hit. They have now changed that and made that an error.
Well, it is warm. It is humid tonight downtown. Should be no problem for the pitchers to get nice and loose. Edinson Volquez ready to go.
Yeah, you came back from the instructional. Woo! You were all lathered.
I lost 8 pounds on the way back.
I thought you just ran over at Del Mar. How'd we come out in that one? First pitch of the game is taken for a strike. Jose Altuve, just 22 years of age. Lance Barrett, who's up from the minor leagues, to get a start behind home plate with Meals, Darling, and Emmel. Scott Berry, a bad back, had to drop off this crew as of Monday night. Volquez quickly in front, 2 strikes. Last 6 starts for Volquez. The Padres have won 5. Ground ball off the fist. Second baseman Forsythe to Alonso. 1 away. And a check of the Padres defense brought to you by Mazda. Quentin Amarista in center. Venable in right field tonight. Maben still suffering for that sore wrist. Chase Headley, Everett Cabrera, Logan Forsythe, and Yonder Alonso on the infield, and Yasmani Grandal behind the plate. We can find him. Get that strong lens. There he is. You thought that was just a white speck in your screen. That's Alexi Amarista. He'll cover the ground. He'll play anywhere you want. Switch hitting Gonzalez, the shortstop, takes ball 1. As a left-handed hitter, batting .323 this year. Limited duty. Put some good swings together Monday night. Had 3 hits. Hops him up. Left side. Foul territory. Headley. 2 away.
Well, one key tonight for Edinson Volquez. Do not overthrow the changeup. I don't mean throw it too much. I mean overthrow it like as if too hard. Sometimes that changeup has a tendency to come in a little bit too hot. So Darren Balsley, the pitching coach, gave me that little nugget, which I am very thankful for.
So if you're throwing, let's say Volquez's fastball at 94.
Yeah, you want to have
84?
Maybe 84 to 80. Maybe 12 to 13, maybe 14 miles an hour different off the fastball, Dick.
All right. Scott Moore playing third base tonight, 28-year-old from up in Orange County, went to high school Cypress. .235 average. 1-1. Well, the early innings have been the Achilles for Volquez in terms of his control. So far, so good. It's 2 out, no one on. And he's in front 1-2 on Moore.
That's a great pitch we just saw, according to our Fox tracks, brought to you by our good friends at Southland Technology. Down around the knees, and you can see by that swing, Scott Moore out in front of it just a little bit.
There's the changeup, or is that the curve? That's at 79 miles an hour. Aaron Balsley, the astute pitching coach of the Padres. And the count goes full as the changeup misses. First 3-ball count from Volquez, who leads the National League most walks. High pop fly, that'll go out of play. Volquez has walked 67 men in 112 innings, averaging 3.5 a start, and that's about the only place you can pick on Edenson's effort this year. I mean, he's given the Padres a chance to win every time he's gone out there.
If he could just cut the walks, maybe a couple or 2 or 3 each time out.
High chopper, nice convenient hop for Forsythe, and an easy inning for Eddie Volquez. Padres coming up, Amarista, Forsythe, and Headley. Padres baseball brought to you by AT&T, the largest 4G network. AT&T. Rethink possible. And by Petco, where the healthy pets go. And welcome back. It's college night every Thursday night when kids with a college ID can get in $9 a ticket if you order in advance, $10 on game day. Collegian at San Diego State, Bud Black has set his lineup, and he's got Alexi Amarista leading off, and he takes a strike from Lucas Harrell. Harrell with that 1-0 complete game shutout in Houston over the Padres. Amarista slaps one down into the left field corner, and that ball is going to clear left fielder Martinez, and Amarista around second as he put on the brakes and hold it right there with a double. So he continues his clutch hitting. Amarista now is hit safely in the last 8 games. How about the little ninja hitting right at 300 now?
Well, he's got the ninja sword, and he's making some damage against these Houston Astros. Going the opposite way. The ball was elevated, didn't have a lot of movement on it, and you could hardly even see him go from first base to second base. He's tough to pick up. There he is.
That smile and swagger. Logan Forsythe, his 7-game hitting streak ended last night, but still hitting at a solid 291. Goes the right way and into right field for a base hit. Amarista around third. He's on his way. Here comes the throw. It's well offline. He scores, and on to second. Forsythe, and the Padres have a run from their first 2 hitters. Double Amarista, single Forsythe. Picking up where they left off last night.
Oh, that's got a good sound to it. Not only the ball off the bat, but the Padres scoring a run. Still nobody out. Multiple base runners this inning. You know, there's an old adage in batting practice when they say, get him over, get him in. Well, Amarista leads off with the double. Not only did Forsythe try to get him over going to the right side, it found the hole, Dick, and you know what?
Padres got a point here in the bottom of the first.
And Forsythe rewarded for playing the proper game, the baseball game of moving that runner over, and he gets a base hit as well and an RBI. And look who's smiling. For the few runs he's received this year, anything is welcome from Eddie Volquez, who has been supported with, let's see, his total on the year, 34 runs in the entire year, 2.72 while he's on the mound. That's the least support of any pitcher in the majors. But he gets a run early tonight, and Chase Headley now with a count 1-1.
Yeah, think about that. This is Edinson Volquez's 20th start of the year. Not a lot of support.
Meanwhile, Lucas Harrell, who shut out the Padres' 9 innings complete game, gives up a run the first 2 hitters tonight. That ball is hit down in the right field corner. There's no one there. If it's fair, it's just foul. Just foul by about 7-8 feet. Well, let's look at Bud Black's lineup, brought to you by the San Diego County Toyota dealers. Marista's 298 average, probably 300 now. Best in that starting lineup with Forsythe, Headley, Carlos Quinton on deck. Yasmani Grandal hits 5th. The Hurricane combo yonder, Alonso 6th. Will Venable in right field. Everett Cabrera, that's 8th. And Edinson Volquez. 2-2 now to Headley. Harrell 7-6 overall. He's been 2 different pitchers, one at home when he's 5-1, the other on the road 2-5, and a 6.21 ERA.
Yeah, the sinker is his big part of his game, trying to get ground balls.
Swing and a miss, and Headley goes down for the 94th time this year. Defense behind Harrell reads this way with Martinez and Maxwell at the corner, Schaefer in center. Around the horn, Moore, Gonzalez, Altuve, Downs at first, and veteran Chris Snyder, native of Houston, behind the plate. Now Headley unable to move Forsythe to third, so here's Quinton. Lifetime .320 hitter against Houston pitching. Hits that one to right field, and able to move over quickly and collect it is Maxwell. When it left the bat, looked like that might get up the alley, but wasn't hit that hard. 2 away. So time for our Lexus keys to the game.
Well, the joy of 6. Why? Because in their last 5 games, the Padres have scored these runs: 7, 7, 0, 8, 8. That's an average of 6 runs per game. I think if the Padres can score 6 runs tonight, give Edinson Volquez some wiggle room, they should do a good job and possibly win 3 out of 4. And also send them to a league of their own. We all know that the Astros are going to the AL next year. Tonight's the final meeting between these 2 teams since they first met in April of 1969 at San Diego Stadium.
Yasmani Grandal right off the shins of the pitcher Lucas Harrell, and that saved a run. That was headed to center field, and using the whole body, Lucas Harrell does the goalie stop. Watch this single by Forsythe. That checks in Amarista, who had doubled. 1-0 Padres.
celebration here at Petco Park, and Chris DeNorfia has already had a busy day. Look at the crowd who showed up to the San Diego Public Library Mountain View Beckworth branch for the Padres Reading Corner. DeNorfia reading a book to the kids, and a lot of happy fans as well. It is part of the Padres series all season long to help promote reading. Yonder Alonso has done it as well. Great to see those guys reading to people. I know Dick Enberg, the professor, you appreciate that as well.
Absolutely. Getting kids to learn to read and wanting to read is so important. They see their role models, baseball players reading, and hey, mate, that's a cool thing to do.
Yeah, and you know what, Layla? I've got a little nugget, a little surprise for you.
Yes, sir.
On the road trips, Dick comes to my room and reads me a bedtime story.
So that's why you get to sleep so well. Huh?
Tucks me in and goes on his way.
He loves that Three Little Bears story every time.
I thought Goodnight Moon might be a popular choice as well.
The Giving Tree.
I like it.
Oh, yeah.
That's Silverstein.
Yeah.
Sounds like we need a reading corner.
Thanks, Layla. Good stuff.
3-0 and a high strike on J.D. Martinez, 24-year-old cleanup hitter. 11 homers and team high 50 runs batted in. And a leadoff walk. First walk from Volquez. Geico's quote of the game, Clayton Richard, after last night when Matt Downs got him for a couple of home runs and also homered off Richard down in Houston. He's hit a fastball, a cutter, and a slider for the 3 homers. I'll throw him a knuckleball the next time. Able to use a little jest after an 8-4 win.
Well, Matt Downs has proven that you throw a mistake in the hitting area that he will crush it. He's got that type of swing.
Product of the University of Alabama. Squares and takes ball 1. He's had only 115 at bats, hitting 191. So 7 of his 22 hits. Just a little less than a third of his hits are home runs.
And as we just mentioned, 3 of those 7 home runs off Clayton. And Clayton knows you got to make good pitches. Those are pitches that just leak over the heart of the plate.
That's a strike. The changeup. Well, only 5 games scheduled in the National League today and tonight. This is the only night game. The Giants lost a tough one at Atlanta 3-2. Arizona blew a 6-0 lead at Cincinnati. The Reds win 7-6. The only National League West action this afternoon. The Mets defeated Washington 9-5, and the Cubs beat Miami 4-2.
Please help. How you doing? Will work for baseballs. I love the homemade signs. Awesome.
Ubba ubba. 1-2. Ground ball to Headley. Backs up, drops the ball, kicks it. Everyone's safe. So a walk and an error, and the Astros have something brewing here in the second.
Well, absolutely, it's frustrating for Chase Headley. Nobody feels worse right now than Chase. Possibly a double play turn right there with Downs running to first base if he catches it cleanly. And Edinson Volquez, makes a good quality pitch. He's got to erase that and work for another ground ball. Hopefully they can turn 2.
So the double play was gone on the first mount, but then when he couldn't pick it up with a bare hand, then the single out at first base was gone. So without the aid of a base hit, the Astros have 2 men on, no one out. Justin Maxwell, the batter. Line drive, caught by Forsythe. There's 2. Back to first. Not in time. Almost a triple play. Oh, my. That was close to being a triple play. Padres will settle for 2, and Volquez, he gets hurt by the easy ground ball. Should have been a double play, and then Maxwell blisters one, and it becomes a double play.
It's the perfect situation for a triple play. First and second, nobody out, in the line drive at one of your infielders. And for the Astros, Matt Downs has plenty of time as Forsythe feeds to Cabrera to get back just in time. Oh, that would have been fun. That was fun to watch anyway.
Yeah, you could see that would develop
Yeah.
as a matter. Good Downs hustle back to the bag at first. So 2 outs to Jordan Schaefer, 230 hitter. Likes to bunt, and so Headley comes in on the grass. Well, that's how the game goes. You know, you get the made-to-order double play and wind up booting it. Everyone's safe. Then a guy just crushes one, and he makes 2 outs.
That's why in a lot of situations you won't see it too often. First and second, nobody out, a hit and run situation because of that. If that happens, a liner, that's a triple play right there.
Excuse me, foul ball, 1-1.
I'll never forget one of my favorite stories, the late Jack Buck, and you knew Jack,
right,
doing Cardinal baseball, and it was that situation. First and second, nobody out, and he, being there, having the sense of humor he had, he goes, "Oh, what the Cardinals need here is a triple play." The next pitch, bang, 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 out of the inning, triple play.
Forsythe gets another chance, and Edinson Volquez, thanks to the line drive double play, is out of the second inning. Padres 1, Astros nothing. Park, and a reminder as you enjoy a cold one, look forward to Miller Time later in tonight's game, brought to you by Miller Lite.
It's the SS Enberg, isn't it? Isn't it your boat?
I don't.
The Oh My?
No, I'm not. Is that the Oh My? Yeah, I guess it might be. I don't think so. Yeah, that's something that my brother, younger brother in North Carolina, he loves sailing and fishing.
Yeah.
He got all those genes.
Really?
You know, the fishing and sailing and water genes. I was too busy trying to pretend I was going to be a baseball player someday. That was all I wanted to be.
I think you made out all right.
Yeah, man, my friends all said you only talked a good game, Enberg. It worked out. Yonder Alonso, Will Venable, and Everett Cabrera against Lucas Harrell in the second inning. 2 balls and a strike now to Alonso. Fouled at the plate.
Now, we talked about it in the pregame show how Yonder Alonso has that swing path to where he can wear out center field, left center field. Well, Harrell has the good sinker, right? He'll try to bury that down and away, and that's right in the swing path, about knee high or a little higher to Yonder Alonso. But the key, what righties will do and lefties won't, is come inside, like that pitch there.
And that's on the inside corner, and Alonso knew it. Second strikeout for Harrell.
A lot of left-handed pitchers won't throw that fastball in as much as they will just keeping the ball away. But Dick, you and I had a discussion before the game, and you made a great point. You know, through time, he can recognize that pitch and belt it down the right field line with some authority.
Which he did the last time up yesterday. He doubled into the right field corner. That'll keep the pitchers honest. But that two-seamer was good from Harrell, and he comes right back with a strike at the knees to Will Venable. A sinker.
He works quickly.
That game in Houston was less than 2 hours, wasn't that, when he and Clayton Richard hooked up?
1 hour 58 minutes.
That's when I think I heard you cheering in the background. T-O-G. T-O-G.
Time of game.
Inside joke for announcers who sometimes labor in those 3.5-hour shutout games. To get one under 2 hours is a delight. Slider inside, 1-2 to Will. Hard to figure. Venable on the road hitting .295, at home .192. There's a sharp ground ball, and it's stuffed by Altuve. He takes a hit away. Bid to get one into right field, snared by Altuve. Well, they gave away the sunglasses tonight. First 10,000 here on Padres College. The fans are having some fun tonight. Some good signs.
Yeah. Nicely done. Good set of eye protectors there. Nice looking sunglasses.
Yeah, with the Padre logo on the side.
Protect the ojos from the UVs.
And that's important. That was part of the pregame ceremony as well. Dr. Mona Moffitt and others, dermatologists here, to try to remind folks about the dangers of skin cancer. 1 in 5 in their lifetime. 1 in 5 are going to have skin cancers. And Dr. Moffitt, I was talking with her today, said that she's treating a 4-year-old who's in skin cancer already. So be careful, folks. Use that sunscreen and don't lay out and bake like we used to. We used to think that was great, to just sit out there and bake brown.
Get checked out yearly.
1-2 to Cabrera. Fouled out of the glove of catcher Snyder. Well, Lucas Harrell was a pickup by Houston. He was claimed on waivers from the White Sox last year in July. Looks as if they got themselves a good-looking pitcher. 7-6 this year. Watch out! That ball screaming into the lower box seats behind the dugout of the Astros. Everybody okay? Yep, good. Roll to Altuve. 1-2-3. The Padres story in the second. It's 1-0.
0-0, and the guy throwing out the first pitch today, the Padres saluting MMA fighter Brandon Vera, and I understand you had not thrown a baseball until yesterday. You're an MMA guy. What was it like to throw out the first pitch?
Very nerve-wracking. It was more nerve-wracking than walking out towards the cage to go punch and get punched in the face.
I don't believe that.
Man, all these fans here, the Padres fans, this is San Diego. This is my hometown. I've never thrown a baseball before in front of anybody. Just yesterday with my coach. That was a lot of pressure.
Not bad either. You did a good job, and then you have a huge fight coming up. It is on Fox, August 4th against Shogun HOU. What are you doing to prepare for that right now?
Training 2 or 3 times a day, doing my ice baths, massage, hot tub, training, eating right, and it sounds like a life of fun, but it's not, because the training part, we're not going too far into detail, but it's not fun. It's bad.
So if you had to translate all of that MMA training and the knowledge you have to a position here in baseball, what do you think you would want to play?
Catcher.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. That would be super cool, man.
Well, we appreciate it very much, and nicely done on the first pitch. Now, can you take us through it? Because I know you thought it went a little high, but it was still pretty good.
You know, I threw it hard. My coach said, don't aim, because if you aim, you're going to throw it somewhere else. Just throw it hard. And I threw it hard. He kind of had to stand up and catch it. I felt bad, but it went over the plate with a lot of zip, and I was happy. I'm good.
Well, we appreciate the time. Good luck in your fight on August 4th against Shogun HOU. That one's on Fox.
Thank you.
So we will appreciate seeing you on our network soon, Brandon Vera, and nicely done on the first pitch. Let's send it back upstairs.
All right, Layla, and Brandon picking the right spot, I would think, for what he does for a living, the catcher. He's used to being in a cage. Even in baseball, he'd have that over his face. Probably could use that in his full-time job. Lucas Harrell, 7 for 33. It's a hitter. Falls behind in the count, 2 strikes after Volquez started the inning by striking out catcher Chris Snyder. His first strikeout. Change up, and Harrell way out in front. Couple of strikeouts for Volquez to open the third. Well, follow Fox Sports San Diego's coverage of the Padres, MLB.com @BAT12. On your iPhone, your Windows Mobile, the Android, iPad, and all the rest. Give yourself a treat by live audio, pitch tracking, video highlights. You get all of that and in high definition. Text @BAT to 31826 or visit Padres.com for details. Top of the order, Jose Altuve. Takes a strike, a curveball. Altuve rounded to second his first time up since picking up a double in the very first game of the series in his first at bat. He has been hitless. And another chance for Forsythe. He's been busy at second. Volquez, has he had 3 innings this comfortable? 34 pitches? Oh my. Nothing Padres. Time for the San Diego County Credit Union factoid of the game. On this date in 1982, Mr. Padre Tony Gwynn, major league debut, a 7-6 loss to the Phillies, but he debuted with a couple of hits. Isn't that interesting? On July 19th, number 19 made his big league first start, called up from Hawaii. And what position did he play in that first game?
I'm going to say, I don't know, but I'm going to guess center field.
Yeah, not right field, center field. Yep. Edinson Volquez falls behind 1 and 2.
So many milestones and things throughout Tony's career.
Oh, it's amazing.
Amazing.
That his son, Tony Jr., gets his first major league hit on the same date. And also a double.
Exactly.
Down goes Volquez. 3 strikeouts for Harold. Here's his line. Sacrifice fly, so he gets an RBI. Also, our friend Mike Krukow lines out to short, strikes out. Sid Manji gets him. Then he doubles and singles. So 2 for 4 in his first game.
And Sid Manji, a left-handed pitcher, so lefty on lefty. That's no surprise to me that Tony Gwynn, his first major league knock off a left-hander. It didn't matter. Righty, lefty, soft tosser, hard thrower.
Then he gets his 2,000th hit on his mother's birthday and his 3,000th hit on his mother's birthday. But it's uncanny. No television. We searched and searched. So the best we can offer you is that first major league hit right there off Manji, the left-hander. Two and 1 to Amarista, who doubled into the left field corner, opened the first inning and came home on Forsythe's single for the only run in the game, extending his streak to 8 straight games. Now, if he walked a little more, you have the feeling he could be the leadoff hitter for the Padres for many, many years. He just he comes up there hacking, and does walk on this occasion. With 1 away, the first free ticket from Lucas Harrell.
Well, Mark Sweeney is down by the Padre dugout, and I mentioned it earlier how Lucas Harrell, Mark, likes to work very quickly from a hitter standpoint. What does that tell you?
Yeah, you just got to slow him down, Mark. When a guy does that, you tend to really step out, go on your timing, because it's your at bat, not the pitcher's.
So, Mark, those 2 cameras over your left shoulder, almost like security cameras. Fans have been asking, how are they employed during the course of a ball game?
Well, I think they want to take shots of you guys, especially with those eyeglasses that you guys were sporting. And then also Mark saying, yo, that's the funny thing.
Jealousy is not a virtue now. Watch out, Mark.
I loved your hats yesterday, guys. Missed it here.
We're going to have to drag those out, have maybe every Sunday.
Sure.
Forsythe single to right field, trying to move Amarista from second to third after the double, and it paid off because his ground ball squirted under the glove of Altuve and to right for the base hit and an RBI. 10 RBIs now for Forsythe on the season. That ball hit well to center field. The center fielder Schaefer able to get back and make the catch, and Amarista jogs back to first base. 2 gone. Well hit ball for an out.
At first it looked like Schaefer was moving to his right, and then all of a sudden got a beat on that baseball and made up the difference with that speed of his. Pretty good swing. And Mark Sweeney, we've talked about Logan Forsythe. He's just short and quick to the baseball. He's going to be a good one.
Yeah, so many things to really talk positively about Logan Forsythe. I love the first inning, especially the base running he had after he drove the ball the opposite way to really advance the runner, ends up the RBI, but takes the extra base. It's a baseball player, guys, and I love talking about Logan.
Chase Headley struck out his first time, takes a ball to open this sequence. Amarista with 3 steals. Changeup has Headley out in front.
Well, that was a great changeup by Harrell. Great arm speed. Looked like the fastball. Came in as a changeup. Looks like a pump. Feels like a sneaker.
Two and one.
Are you bringing your pumps on the road trip?
Absolutely. Why not? So we're going out to
makes
dinner
a lot of
sometime.
noise.
Gotta look nice.
Yeah, but you're always, you know, the room above me that makes that noise on the floor. 2-1. Runner goes. Taken by Headley. The throw in time. Amarista thought he had it stolen, but Gary Darling there at second punches him out, and the inning is over. We've completed 3. It looked like he got his foot. No, didn't. He stumbled short of the bag. He was out. For the home team, no runs, no hits for Houston. And time for our AT&T trivia question tonight. What is the Padres' rookie record for doubles hit in a single season total? As Alonso leads the way this year with 23. And that leads all National League rookies. 23 doubles. Alonso's 13 runs batted in. 12 runs batted in the last 13 games. So producing with the bat. Marwin Gonzalez fouled to third in the first inning. Volquez with the count 1-1. Curveball low.
You know, I want to go back to that strikeout to Lucas Harrell in the third inning from Volquez. My point being, he struck him out with a changeup. So what does that tell you? The pitcher's up. He feels so comfortable with that pitch. He's going to throw it anytime, anywhere.
Volquez. Nice athletic leap to complete an easy 1-3 put up.
Well, he has fun out there, doesn't he, making that play? On the other side of things, Lucas Harrell, he will throw that sinker anytime. And he got Volquez looking on that pitch. Good movement on the inner half of the plate.
One out to Scott Moore, the third baseman. Grounded to Forsythe at second his first time. Logan's had 4 assists already, plus the line drive double play. In for a strike. Curveball. Houston goes from here to Arizona to Phoenix for the weekend. 3 games. Padres get ready to host the Colorado Rockies. Rockies may already be in town. They were not scheduled today.
Yeah, they were idle. And when you look at the Rockies coming into town tomorrow, last 10, 4-6. They've lost 2 in a row. Padres got a nice little rhythm going.
Ground ball to the left side. Charged by Cabrera. He's off balance throw in plenty of time. Well, this season you can enjoy free. Does that sound good? Free hot dog and a free Coke.
It's for me if it's free.
If it's free, take 3. Over 20 games with a Coke value deal. Choose one of 4 seating areas at the designated games and receive a free Coke, free hot dog with your game ticket. Visit Padres.com/on deck tonight. Tonight being college night, and bargains for the men and women at our fine universities and colleges in the area. First pitch strike to J.D. Martinez, who walked in the second inning, leading off, and then Downs was safe on an error by Headley, so 2 on, no one out. But Maxwell lined into a double play, almost a triple play.
Yeah, Alpha Chi Omega in the house. The Teaks rocking it out here at Petco Park. Yeah, everybody's sporting the sunglasses tonight.
Kids know a good deal, huh?
Very nice.
One ball, one strike.
Ooh. Were you in a fraternity at Central Michigan?
Yeah, it was a small teachers college fraternity. There were only about 25, 26 chapters. Phi Sigma Epsilon.
Nice.
They became then Phi Sigma Kappa. Yeah, it was good
TCU
camaraderie.
representing. Horned Frogs.
Yeah, we bought a house, built it into a dormitory, stacked up bedrooms 3. It's like being in the Navy or the Army. We stacked up the bunks 3 high.
Well, I could just see you rocking the frat house, Professor. Lampshade on your head.
We were so good.
Oh, yeah.
The wildest thing we did, the Chippewa River ran near campus, and if you were really going to do something daring, you took your date out to the Chippewa River with a couple other kids, and maybe there'd be a keg or something like that.
Yeah, kegger.
Full count now to Martinez.
How you doing, Gamma Phi Beta?
And he walks again. Martinez, the only 2 walks allowed by Volquez. With 2 outs, he's aboard. Matt Downs, the hitter.
Always love to see the retro Tony Gwynn 19 jerseys. That will never go out of style.
The article in the UT yesterday celebrating the first hit of Tony Gwynn had a great photo. When he doubled his first hit, he got to second base, and Pete Rose was the second baseman for the Phils, came over and congratulated him. They had a picture of the handshake there, and Rose prophetically said, "Now don't try to catch me." He was kidding, of course. Right. 1 hit, and Rose already had what, 2,000 or more.
Don't try to catch me in one night, kid. Right?
You got one the next time up.
Yeah.
A little wildness here from Volquez, and Grandal, the rookie catcher, goes out, settle him down. 2-0 now to Downs.
Well, we always talk about adjustments, and that's a good visit by Grandal. Falling behind 2-0 after the walk. Say, we got to get it together here. You're 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning. Let's not extend it anymore. Let's get out of here with 50 pitches. It's at 49 right now.
Here's a strike, 2-1.
And good located fastball, down and away.
Another good one right on the outside corner. Just caught the black. 2-2 with a fastball.
If he could harness that pitch 8 out of 10 times and throw it in the clutch situations, like being behind 2-0, now even the count at 2-2, the hitter becomes more defensive. Now I think Volquez has got the upper hand here. He can throw him a changeup.
Try to get out of the way, and an excuse me swing, and that's going to be a base hit. Yeah. One time he gets on a ground ball that could have been a double play and an error by Headley, and now trying to get out of the way of that pitch, he rolls the ball just far enough away from Volquez to make it a tough play.
And sometimes this game of baseball is not fair. A hitter will square one up, and it's a line drive right at somebody, like earlier in the game to Forsythe, as you mentioned, Dick. And then the excuse me protection swing, almost trying to get out of the way of that high pitch, and he is aboard with a base knock.
And that's the first hit off Volquez, with one out here in the fourth. Moves Martinez into scoring position, brings up Justin Maxwell. He lined sharply to Forsythe, who leaped up with 2 men on, made the catch, got one out at second for the double play, and almost back to first for the triple play.
Major Cutie, yeah.
Fouled at the plate on a curveball. Runner in scoring position for the Astros. They've struggled. 3 for 24 in the series.
That's the best.
Daddy's girl.
Yeah.
Two on, two out here in the Houston fourth. Nice stop, Grandal blocking that curveball in the dirt. Martinez in scoring position at second. Downs with a scratch hit at first.
Hey, good job by Grandal. You know, that runner on second base. Sure, there are 2 outs, but that curveball wants to bury that thing. He takes it right in the chest protector, keeping that runner at second base. You can see by the pitch tracks, Volquez concentrating on keeping that ball down. Now they want to get the sign straight. You don't want to cross up your catcher here.
There you go. How you doing?
Yeah, and that, you know, no mistake about it. That cabeza right there, that's to scale with the body. That's like a 7 5/8.
What's in that
cabeza?
What's in that melon?
Oh, there's a lot of knowledge in that.
Hey, Mark, all that means is it's a strong neck.
That's right. Thank you, Mark Sweeney.
Lots of seeds in that melon. Ground ball to first. Alonso scoots over to glove it and take it to the bag for the out. The inning is over. The Astros leave 2. Middle of the fourth. 1-0 Padres. Baseball, the Padres and the Astros wrapping up their play this year, and Houston, of course, then goes over to the American League next year. No assurance that the Padres will be hosting them in 2013. Chase Headley leads it off, bounces one to short. Well positioned is Gonzalez to throw him out. One pitch, one out. And Carlos Quentin steps up. Well, this is the anniversary not only of Tony Gwynn's first major league hit in 1982, but 5 years earlier in 1977, the Padres' Dave Winfield, in his first All-Star game at Yankee Stadium, had the game-winning hit as a Padre. Strike to Quentin. Fastball up at 91 miles an hour. Dave Winfield in 1977. He was.
Oh, you're talking about an
ominous, huh?
Yeah. Off the count. Did you see that? John Montefusco at the stick. The count giving it up to Dave Winfield. That was nice.
He tore up a few, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
1 ball, 2 strikes now to Quentin. Dave now occupying a front office position with the Padres. Executive Vice President, Senior Advisor. Hey, good to have Trevor Hoffman on the pregame show, huh?
Outstanding. Glad to have him aboard. Had his insight.
Strike 3 called. Quentin caught looking, not happy at all with the call of Lance Barrett. 4 strikeouts now for Lucas Harrell.
Well, that's that two-seam fastball that he brings back. Looks like Chris Snyder does a fine job of framing that pitch. Man, very close. But that's his MO, Lucas Harrell, trying to throw that backdoor two-seamer to the righties. Kind of give up on a little bit, and hopefully it catches the outside corner.
Rundall smashed one back through the box with a runner at second base in the first inning, but Harrell got in the way of it, bodied it, kept it in front of him, and threw him out. Alonso would be next. Broken bat looper. Second baseman Altuve back to collect it, and it's another quick inning for Lucas Harrell. This is the kind of pitcher that the Padres faced in Houston. Shut him out. Padres baseball, brought to you by Sequan Casino. Get away for the day at the all-new Sequan Casino, San Diego's destination for casino gaming and excitement. And by your San Diego County Lexus dealer. Padres and the Astros here at Petco Park. San Diego with a 1-0 lead after 4. Lower third of the batting order to face Edinson Volquez for Houston here in the top of the 5th inning. It'll be Schaefer, Snyder, and the pitcher Harrell. Schaefer grounded to second his first time up. Up high with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Strike. It's somewhat ancient history, but if you go back to 1911, it's something that happened that we all appreciate now in this great city. Balboa Park and all that wonderful architecture. And people wonder, how did this all happen? Well, at that time, the space was available. There's a remnant of that architecture. It's still a very prominent part of it all. In July 1911, San Diego hosted the Panama California Exposition, like not a World's Fair, but that's right. Attitude, Panama and the U.S. And that's how Balboa Park was created, and all the wonderful museums we have there, the Old Globe Theater, the Hall of Champions. Those buildings were part of the Panama California Exposition, and they broke ground on this day in 1911.
Nothing like taking a nice little walk through Balboa Park.
It's got everything.
Yep.
And we're not even talking about the zoo area.
Right.
Then you go a little farther, and you're visiting arguably the best zoo in the world. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize they come to San Diego, and you can almost walk to Balboa Park. It's right there.
Yeah.
Full count to Schaefer. Drive to right field, but charging Venable and makes the catch. Schaefer hit it too hard, right to the glove of Venable, right field.
And he challenged him with a fastball, went right after him, and I like that. Have him earn his way on. Rather than trying to get cute, sure, he likes to throw the curveball, he likes to throw the changeup. It's go time. Here's a fastball, see how far you can hit it. Right at Will Venable, and that's a big league hang with him.
That's why those other 8 guys wear gloves.
That's right.
Snyder struck out swinging his first time. It's got to be nice. Snyder's one of those rare athletes that goes to high school in a city, then goes to college in the same city, and then gets to play for the professional team in that city. Houston High School, University of Houston, and now the Astros.
That is pretty cool when you think about it. Yeah.
Stay right at home.
Yep. You know what? One guy comes to mind, Dick, that is would kind of fall into that category.
Adrian Gonzalez.
Right. But I think Joe Girardi grew up in Peoria, went to Northwestern, and played for the Cubs.
Manager of the Yankees.
Of course, Peoria is far, it's maybe, I don't know, hour or so outside of Chicago.
See, that can't count.
It doesn't count?
No, it's got to be the same city. Yeah, good try. Go back to the library and come
to the
back
green
when
room.
you got a better answer.
Yeah.
Oh,
pretty good pitch.
That looked good. Volquez wanted it. It's now 3-1.
That Fox tracks that we have is pretty darn accurate, and you can see the number 4 pitch.
He missed.
Yeah.
Ground ball to short. One big hop off a broken bat, and Cabrera guns him down. 2 away. So time for our answer to the AT&T trivia question. What is the Padres rookie record for most doubles in a single season? And the answer, Benito Santiago, the catcher in '87 with 33, and Alonso already has 23. And he's going to challenge that mark. this season. Harrell struck out his first time. And he hits one to Cabrera. Hits it hard. Everth right there to throw him out. And another quick inning. These two pitchers are moving it along. In the books, Padres with a 1-0 lead, and I know many of you have already made your ticket plans to be here on Saturday night for the big fireworks show. They're calling it the Summer Sky Blast, the biggest fireworks show in Petco Park history, presented by Verizon. Rockies are the opponents, a 5:35 game. You'll see Kip Wells against Jeff Francis in that pitching matchup. Get your tickets tonight at Padres.com. Saturday night, the Rockies Summer Sky Blast. Last of the fifth, Yonder Alonso, then Will Venable and Everth Cabrera against Lucas Harrell, who's allowed 2 hits to the first 2 batters he faced, a double Amarista and Forsythe an RBI single, but nothing since. Gave up a walk to Amarista in the third, the only other base runner in the game. Alonso took a 3rd strike, his first time. Came into the game 7 for the last 15 with a home run and 7 runs batted in. Having fun up there, the penthouse of the Western Metal Supply Company building. 2-0.
You know, I wanted to, Dick, ask Mark Sweeney a question because Lucas Harrell, last time out against these Padres, a complete game, surrendered 6 hits. And my question, Mark Sweeney, is there anything different that the Padre hitters can look for or try to do differently?
Well, they still have to hit off the fastball, Mark, but you can see the confidence by Lucas Harrell and going through this lineup for most of that time. There's a couple of changes, but he has confidence and he looks like he's in a good rhythm as well.
Yeah, he definitely has confidence in that 2-seam fastball. We talked about the confidence in Volquez's changeup, his curveball, but you know that 2-seam sinker from Lucas Harrell, that's a money pitch.
It really is, and it's a power pitch too, and he has a lot of confidence, but he looks like he's mixing his pitches as well, but he can always go to that sinker because it has movement and it's a heavy ball as well.
Well, let's see if he throws it here. 3-2, down and away.
And a ground ball into right field. Alonso, the leadoff man, is on. The 3rd hit off Harrell. So he pulls that pitch, and that's a positive sign because he's been collecting most of his base knocks to left and left center.
And we always hear about this game being a game of inches. Well, Harrell wanted that ball down and away. That ball leaked down the middle of the plate. 3-2. Alonso's hacking. Anywhere close? Good job well done by Yonder.
Brings up Will Venable. Good play made by second baseman Altuve to skid out on the grass in the hole to take a hit away from Venable. His first time up. Another foul ball.
Well, Mark Sweeney, as a veteran and looking back at your career, I ask you this question. You know, how many at-bats do you think it really takes a rookie, first year in the big leagues, to really feel comfortable at this level?
Good question.
Yeah, it is a good question. You know, there's not really a number on that, Mark, but it's all about, you know, really coming through for your teammates, just fitting in and feeling comfortable. But as a base of at-bats, if you're a starter, you want to get at least 300 at-bats underneath your belt until you know you can make adjustments and see how that full season is.
You hear the number 1,000 at-bats, and now you really are a major league hitter.
Yeah, that's when you sink in and you understand that you fit in as well, and also you've earned it.
Saw fly ball that could drop into center field. Schaefer, a lot of speed, can't get there, and Alonso had to play it halfway and hustle into second base before Schaefer could throw in. So a couple of hits for the Padres as Venable, a bloop single, no one out.
Well, that in-betweener, shallow fly ball to the outfield, the runner, that being Yonder Alonso, you got to be, okay, go halfway or go far enough to where that ball drops in. I can make it to second base because it is a forced play.
That's a tough play because you get too far and then he catches it, goes back to first and doubles you that way.
Yeah, tough play, guys. When you're in that mode, you almost feel like you're in no man's land when you're in the middle of the base path, because if he catches it, you're out at first. But he did a nice job just getting himself centered and making that decision when the ball dropped.
So what will be the call here for Bud Black? The strategy with 2 on, no one out, and Everett Cabrera, the hitter, but you've got the pitcher on deck, so you figure Cabrera is going to be swinging. Third baseman Moore at the edge of the grass just in case. Cabrera rolled out to the second baseman Altuve the first time. Volquez, ever smiling, into the on deck circle. Two and 0. Another note on the good hitting of late of Yonder Alonso, with 6 RBIs in the last 2 games. High pop up, infield fly rule. Shortstop Gonzalez with the out, and now Volquez probably up there to bunt. Is that Alonso with 30 RBIs is the number 2 run batted in man for the Padres now with 30.
And you know, we brought up the point of at-bats, and you know, 1,000 at-bats, as Mark Sweeney and Dick was talking about. Looking over this lineup, tonight's lineup, the starting 9, Headley with over 1,000 in his big league career, Quentin, Will Venable 1,100 plus. So, you know, Amarista, Forsythe, Grandal, Alonso, Cabrera, fewer than 1,000 at-bats. I mean, it's a young lineup. It's a young team.
It is. Houston's the youngest team in the National League, and the Padres are 3rd youngest. And that's including the veteran pitchers that are part of the 25-man roster now. Volquez able to get the bat and his body away from that one. Ball 1.
It'll be interesting to see this at bat if the count goes 2-0, maybe even 1-0 here, to give Volquez the freebie. Hey, take a hack. Play a little pepper. Hit it hard on the ground somewhere.
He's got 2 hits and 33 at bats this year. And takes a strike. You could see from his reaction, should have gone for that one. One and 2.
Good pitch.
See, but Black said, hey, that's outside. Yeah, that's a good pitch.
Yeah. Outer third. It's a strike.
Swinging. A little Butcher Boy's chop there.
And the great thing about that is that when just, you know, foul ball, it's a swing, you still get another crack at it. You bunt it foul when you're got 2 strikes, you're gone. Gonzo.
Glenn Hoffman down from third to verbally tell Volquez what's up. They may ask him to bunt here even with the count 1 and 2. And they do, and it's a good bunt. Really good bunt. The out made at first base, 1-4. And Volquez helps himself by moving Alonso to third and Venable to second. Leaves it to Amarista.
Yeah, looked like a high sinker. I think even Edinson Volquez was surprised because it looked like that ball was leaking up and into him. Wanted to try to get out of the way. Bunted perfectly, roll that lineup over, and leave it to Alexi to try to drive him in.
Yeah, a big occasion here for both teams. A 1-0 game, and the Padres base hit away from 3-0, and a line drive right to the shortstop, Gonzalez. Amarista continues to have great at-bats. Bad luck there for the little guy. It remains 1-0. Of his changeup, called by many the best ever, is interesting. He explained it on our pregame show.
For myself, my changeup was kind of an invention of the circle change. It kind of started out right there, and then Donnie Elliott, who came over in the Fred McGriff trade, that was now living in Houston, talked to me about pinching the seam. And what that did is it took the baseball from the outer portion of my hand and feeling like it was going to slip out every time I threw it to almost the middle of my hand. And so now it felt a little bit more comfortable using the part of the hand that we were all kind of used to. From there, I went into kind of a choke thing, and now all of a sudden you're engaging the thumb and your pointer finger, which is really involved in a lot of every throw and every other pitch that you make.
It's fascinating.
It's great. I love stuff like that. And I know a lot of fans ask about grips and on sliders, curveballs.
Altuve, for the third straight time, grounds to second. Forsythe gets it there just in time. Lost his footing, had to regather himself and fire to first. So 3 straight ground outs to second base for Altuve.
Just to reiterate what Trevor was talking about on the baseball, the Rawlings baseball, the R there. I remember him telling me a long time ago he pinched the R with his thumb, like you mentioned in the video there, and that's the way he threw it. If you saw still shots of Trevor, that's the way the ball would come out of his hand. But I think the beauty of the changeup is that there's no one set way. Feel comfortable by playing catch with different sort, the circle change, the pitchfork. There are 3, the pitchfork there. Hey, how about a palm ball? How about a Fresca? Put it in the palm of your hand and throw a palm ball.
But the one common denominator is to choke the ball back into your hand,
right,
instead of out on your fingertips.
Right, because you don't want to get that whip action. When a pitcher throws a fastball, you're out on your fingertips, Dick. You're actually absolutely right. So you get that whip action, right? You want to take that off by choking the baseball, whether it's with the circle change, with the pitchfork grip, with the palm ball grip. That's the great thing about the changeup. And another one is that, you know, youngsters who don't have the big hands. I was blessed with some pretty long fingers, so I could grip a baseball. Just a simple two-seam grip, and then just split your fingers a little bit by choking it back in your hand. See how far back the ball's in my hand? And just splitting your fingers like that and throw it like a fastball. That might be a good grip.
And saves a young arm, too. Trevor makes that point. Instead of trying to throw curves and sliders, and, hey, that'll come later when your arm is more mature. You know, changeup's a good off pitch with a fastball. That's good enough for a little leaguer.
Absolutely. And the bottom line, folks, is to have them have fun out there. Learn to locate a fastball, throw a changeup, and as you mentioned, Dick, the breaking stuff will come later. Have fun, meet new friends, learn the game of baseball.
Fouled away by Gonzalez. The count goes 2-2. It always used to. I'd shudder when my kids on their little league team, a pitcher would be throwing curveballs at 11, 12 years of age.
Too young. I feel it's too young.
Yeah, I think that physiologically, I mean, the young arm, that's the way to hurt yourself. You know, save it for later. Learn how to pitch. Learn how to control even just the fastball. Be able to throw it where you want to. Good advice from Trevor.
And, you know, you can look at the big league level. I've seen many games, and Dick, I'm sure you've seen many games too, where let's say you have a pitcher who throws a fastball, curveball, changeup. You know, sometimes that curveball is not going to be working that night. And I've seen pitchers go 6, 7, 8 innings, take you deep into the ball game with just eliminating the curveball because he doesn't have it, and locating the fastball and throwing changeup. So 2 pitches getting you deep into a ball game, even at the big league level.
Full count now on Gonzalez with 1 out here in the 6th. The only hit for the Astros was an excuse me base hit by Matt Downs. He was almost trying to get out of the way and rolled one halfway between the mound and third base, and Volquez couldn't field it cleanly. Would have been tough even had he picked it up with a bare hand and thrown. But that's the hit. He has walked 2 men, the same man, Martinez, on both occasions. And Grandal thought he had him struck out. A curveball. There's the 3rd walk tonight. He averages 3.5 a game. Well, don't miss the Padres deal of the week. You enjoy great seats in the Toyota Terrace infield, in-seat service when your Padres take on division rival the Colorado Rockies tomorrow night at 7:05. Why don't you make your plans tonight? Visit Padres.com/on-deck to find the latest deals and promotions throughout the rest of the season. 1-0 Padres here in the 6th. Scott Moore has grounded out twice. Runner goes. Big jump. Throw by Grandal. And it's waiting for him. Gonzalez is out. The tag Cabrera. So that ends a string of 17 straight steals with Grandal behind the plate. Good throw here. And the runner did have a big jump.
And I believe it was today or yesterday there was an article in the paper about Grandal and his, you know, working behind home plate, trying to throw out runners because the numbers have not been good. But believe me, he's been working hard, going out before batting practice, working on his technique, working on his mechanics with his footwork, and the ball out of the glove up to the ear. Good snap throw down to second base, and it paid off right there.
Yeah, his arm's strong enough. It's all a matter of the quickness. You know, probably his foot position to get in position to throw. So 2 strike pitches, 1 and 2 to Moore. This will be the 80th delivery for Volquez, a pitch away from 6 complete, hanging on to a 1-0 lead. High fly left field. Quinton toward the line. He's there. We go to the bottom of the 6th at Petco. The Padres trying to fortify a 1-0 lead. Volquez for the Padres. Lucas Harrell for Houston. Volquez allowing only a scratch single infield hit in 6 innings of work. And here's Logan Forsythe, the RBI in the first inning that accounted for the only run in the game after Amarista doubled to lead it off, and Forsythe singled through the right side to bring in the run. Line to center field as last time. Grounds this one toward the hole. Gonzalez there to throw him out. Just like we promised earlier in the game, Miller time brought to you by Miller Lite. And it involved Forsythe going the other way, rewarded with a base hit to right. Bring in Amarista for the game's only run.
You know, when you look at that pitch, it was up and in. And he got his hands through quickly and inside out that ball to the right side. That's just a great piece of hitting by Logan Forsythe.
So with 1 out, Chase Headley 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground ball to short. Lucas Harrell has had trouble on the road, 2-5 and a 6.21 ERA, but he's pitching tough again tonight. Huh?
And it's kind of odd because we've been to Minute Maid Park and it kind of leans towards the hitter's side. He's putting up great numbers at the home venue, Minute Maid Park, for the Astros.
5-1 with a 1.99 ERA.
Go figure, huh?
Go figure, the White Sox releasing this player. He did have arm trouble and missed an entire season, 2007. And then was claimed on waivers last July. He was a high pick, a 4th-round pick of the White Sox in 2004 out of Ozark, Missouri.
The Show Me State.
Headley says, "You're not going to call that a strike." "Yes, I am," says young Lance Barrett, the umpire. And Headley is gone. 5 strikeouts for Harrell, and with 2 outs, that'll bring up Carlos Quentin.
You know, we mentioned earlier in the ball game about Fox Tracks, and you know what? That one had it just a little bit inside off the plate. I'll give you one thing. Chase Headley's got great command of the strike zone. He knows the strike. And I think he had a legitimate gripe on that one.
Quentin takes it outside. He's fly to right and struck out. He too called out on strikes. And you look of the 5 strikeouts, 4 have been called third strikes by Lance Barrett, who joins this umpiring crew because of an injury. Scott Berry. That was on Monday night. So Tuesday the crew worked as a 3-man umpiring crew. Barrett joined him last night. Two and 0. Carlos Quentin with the bases empty, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Shot to short. And right there is Gonzalez. And the Padres are going in order again to the 7th. 1-0 home side.
Seventh inning, Padres up 1-0. Mark Sweeney, Mike Pomeranz with you. Really, the story seems to be all about the pitching. Both guys shutting down the other side.
Yeah, Edison Volquez has done a nice job. So has Lucas Harrell. This is a pitching duel, but Volquez really had some help defensively as well. But this is nice to see at Petco Park.
Petco Park is giving him some comfort, apparently, with that long ball not being an issue. When we see in a post-game show, we're going to talk about his fastball command, what else he's been able to be so effective, and how to throw a changeup from Trevor Hoffman. That's an instructional you do not want to miss. Some great highlights, too, from all around baseball, including a wild comeback in Cincinnati. That is Can't Miss Television. Hope to see you guys in the post-game show.
All right, Michael and Mark will be there. Top of the seventh inning, and Volquez again has allowed only one hit, and that was a single by Matt Downs back in the fourth inning. Fastball strike to Martinez, who's been up twice, walked twice. Volquez has walked 3, so that's 12 consecutive games that he's walked at least 3 men. Ground ball, Headley. One hop, that almost handcuffed him, and he throws one hopper over to Alonso, who digs it out. One away.
And with the hot corner down there, Chase Headley's got to be heads up. When a pitcher like Volquez throws a lot of changeups, that was a changeup out in front of it. And a nice job picking up Edson Volquez. He's going to speed up the bat on the changeup. One hopper.
Brings up Downs, who was safe on an error, and the only hit of the game, and we're going to show you that in the fourth inning. A couple of home runs last night. Here's the only hit Volquez has allowed in 6 1/3. Just trying to get all the way, and I'm not sure he could have thrown him out. There's a runner at first, so Volquez thought about going to second base if the runner turned too big. And that's a shame. He'd be working on a no-hitter here in the 7th inning.
That ball looked like it hit about 6 or 7 inches above the hands of Matt Downs.
Yeah, there was about 3 fingernails embedded into the handle of the bat on that. The only hit. Each pitcher has retired the side in order in 3 of the previous 6 innings. Little soft fly ball. Forsythe for the second out. And Justin Maxwell lined into a double play and grounded out. Well, Downs said, gee, I hit that little squibber the first time for a hit, and maybe I'll try it again.
That was a bad looking hack too. It was a high curveball, and he actually tried to go up and get it. We often hear about hitters going down to get a pitch and, you know, getting that top hand on top of a fastball, but that was almost like a 2 or 3 part swing from Matt Downs.
Fastball for a strike. 94 still. Volquez has his speed. 86 pitches. So he's cruised along into the 7th inning. A much more economical effort by Volquez than some of his previous outings. And there's the curveball in there.
He's locked in. He is free and easy. You got the great release point on the curveball. The yacker right on the inside corner.
Headley foul ball on the changeup. So all the nicknames for a curveball, you know, the snake, the Uncle Charlie, the yacker,
the hammer, the 12 to 6er, nose to toes. You said Uncle Charlie, right?
Yeah.
The outshoot. What was it back in the day?
Well, we called it an in-shoot if you threw kind of a
like a sinker,
like a sinker or a little screwball effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, the roundhouse.
Okay. Yeah. Here comes a roundhouse here. No, he shook off. Maybe fastball in.
Base is empty. 2-strike pitch.
Fastball away. Here comes the yacker.
Bounced it. So 2-2. Justin Maxwell. No room for error in this one. A 1-0 game. First two batters for the Padres in the top or the bottom of the first inning. Amarista a double and Forsythe a single, producing the run. Maben looks like he's headed to the Yukon. Change up, smothered at the plate by Maxwell.
A nice little battle going on here between Maxwell and Edinson Volquez. He's gone with the heater. He's thrown the curveball. He's pulled the string on the changeup. Talk about a hitter have to be recognizing the pitch to be short to the baseball.
And Headley gets another chance. Curveball. Maxwell runs well. Headley throws him out. 1, 2, 3. The story again. Volquez, a great effort tonight. Duel. Padres have only 4 hits. They bunched them 2 in the first to get a run and 2 more in the 5th inning, but unable to score as they left runners at second and third. Meanwhile, Volquez has given up 1 infield hit in 7 innings. Grandal hit it hard the first time, but right back to the box, knocked down by Harrell, who threw him out.
Yeah, Volquez is throwing a gem. The Padres need to get some base runners and get a couple more runs to give Edinson some breathing room. He's got a good chance of completing this one if he keeps going the way he is.
Meanwhile, Harrell, that's only 81 pitches from the 27-year-old rookie. Edinson likes the way that ball's moving tonight. There's that two-seamer, catches the inside corner. And Harrell has another strikeout. That's 6 strikeouts, 5 of them called.
Such a powerful pitch, and the movement is the story on that two-seamer. It actually kind of straightened up Yasmani Grandal. Kind of gave up on a little bit. He caught that inside part for the strike.
Brings up Yonder Alonso. He was 2 for 3 against Harrell down in Houston. 1 for 2 tonight. And hits that one to left field pretty deep. Martinez giving ground and makes the catch against the wall. Alonso just misses. A long out to left.
We talk about it quite a bit. Good approach. Sinker baller Harrell. He'll throw the slider, the sinker. This was a curveball that he stays on. It's on the outer half of the plate, and that's one of the strengths of Yonder Alonso, taking it the other way and missed it by not much.
Yeah, Alonso goes back to the dugout, says, you know, last year in Cincinnati, that's an easy home run.
Oh, that's halfway up the stands in Cincinnati.
Will Venable, bloop single in 2 trips. 1-0 Padres, bottom of the 7th inning. Harrell defeated the Padres 1-0 on a home run by Matt Downs. Astros got only 2 hits off Clayton Richard, but Harrell prevailed in that one. Well, Harrell's had great success on that pitch. He struck out 5 of 6 batters with it. Driven well to left field, but Martinez is playing it just right. Couple of balls hit hard. Alonso deep to left. Venable lines to left. We go to the 8th. Padres baseball brought to you by Petco, where the healthy pets go, and by your San Diego County Chevy dealer. Stop in now and take advantage of our total confidence pricing, where the price you see is the price you pay. Tax, title, license, and dealer fees are extra. To the top of the 8th inning here at Petco, and Volquez hanging on to a 1-0 one-hitter. Faces the lower third of the order. Schaefer, Snyder in the pitcher's spot. First pitch strike to Schaefer. Padres bullpen is busy. Thatcher and Gregerson are up, and so it is with Houston. A left-hander first up to throw. The pitcher's due to hit third. Wesley Wright. Wright is left-handed. A ball and a strike to Schaefer. Indication that Brad Mills may use a pinch hitter for Harrell here in the 8th inning. 1-2 to Schaefer, a curveball.
Great curveball on pitch number 95 for Edinson Volquez.
Schaefer's grounded to second and lined sharply to right fielder Venable. Protective swing. Spoiled the curveball, and the count remains 1-2. Well, tomorrow night, first game with the Rockies of the 3-game weekend series, 6 o'clock for Padres Live. Jason Marquis will oppose Drew Pomerantz, a left-hander. Struck him out. There's that changeup. Our Saquon Vacation stat of the game. The highlight is strikeout number 3. And that changeup that's floating low and away to Schaefer.
You can see how far in front that Schaefer trying to hold back. Come on, baseball, get to me. Great arm action for the big first out here in the 8th.
Well, the Padres got a great performance by Clayton Richard last night into the 9th inning with 1 out before he was relieved. The only complete game all season for the Padres was an 8-inning complete game by Anthony Bass. Bogusevic is on deck, a left-handed hitter. Chris Snyder has struck out and grounded to short. And the count 1-1 on him. $26,735, making some noise here in the top of the 8th inning at Petco Park.
Well, they got the double barrel working on that Padre bullpen.
Volquez would like to keep him right there. 100 pitches now for the 29-year-old right-hander.
Thatcher and Gregerson getting hot.
1-2.
Yes,
did he go? Yes, he did. And Grandal says you're not going to first either. I have the ball and you got to get by me. So a couple of strikeouts for Volquez here in the 8th inning. 2 away to the pinch hitter Bogusevic, or will they let the pitcher hit? They are going to pinch hit. So that'll be it for Harrell. A terrific 7 innings. 16 innings against the Padres, allowing only 1 run. Well, you can join the Padres California National Guard Appreciation Day coming up on Sunday, presented by USAA. Pre-game ceremony is always on Military Sunday. The Padres and the Rockies will wrap up the homestand, a 105 game. Get your tickets today. Padres.com, 619-795-5555 if you want to call to make your order. Bogusevic has some power. 6 home runs. Cues it to third. Headley right there at the edge of the grass to throw him out. What a night for Edinson Volquez. 8 innings of shutout ball with 1 scratch single. Oh my. It'll be Texas, Josh Hamilton and company, American League West leading Rangers against the Angels, and that sensational rookie Mike Trout. Showdown between those two American League West rivals. Fox Saturday baseball telecast presented by Budweiser. It begins at 12:30 our time, only on Fox, and then on Fox Sports San Diego Saturday a 5:30 game, 4:30 for Padres Live. It'll be game 2 of the series with the Rockies, and then the big fireworks show. First pitch is taken for a strike. Cabrera with bunting designs. He's grounded to second and popped to short. So what a job by Lucas Harrell. 7 innings, 1 run, 4 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts.
A lot of pitchers would take that line every time out, wouldn't they?
Well, think about it. If the game ends a 1-0 Padre win, Harrell will have gone 16 innings, allowing only one run, and would be 1-1 in those 2 games.
Well, a breaking ball in the dirt from Wesley Wright. He throws a fastball, slider, curve, and a change. About 91 on the fastball. Throws across his body, so a little deception there from the left-hander.
Volquez is on deck, so Bud Black wants him to complete business here. Off the fist, easy roller to short. Gonzalez across, 1 away. And our Carl's Jr. star of the game, no doubt about that. There he is, Edinson Volquez. 1, excuse me, infield hit in 8 innings, striking out 4 and walking 3.
And once again, the walks have not come to hurt Edinson Volquez tonight. He is free and easy with all his pitches. Late in the ball game, the curveball is snapping. He's throwing the changeup, and you know what? The bottom line is he's having fun out there on the mound, and it shows tonight.
So Volquez will bat for himself. He has struck out in sacrifice tonight. The Anthony Bass complete game was a loss. I think to Colorado, wasn't it?
On the road, 8 inning complete game. Yeah.
So the Padres have not had a 9-inning complete game performance this season. Taken all the way, 2-1. The last one-hitter was at Colorado last September. Corey Lupke and Ernesto Frieri one-hit the Rockies. And here, if you're just joining us, is the only hit allowed by Volquez. He's trying to get out of the way swing, and just far enough out of the reach of Volquez for it to be an infield base hit. That was back in the 4th inning.
That was right out of the movie Major League. Willie Mays Hayes trying to get out of the way of a high fastball.
Strike 3, and Wesley Wright has his first K. 2 away in the Padre 8th inning.
That's all right, Edinson. Go back to the dugout, get a little breather, and throw up another goose egg and go for that complete game.
Alexi Amarista opened the 1st inning for the Padres with a double into the left field corner and scored on Logan Forsythe's single that followed. He has walked and he's lined sharply to short. That was with the runners at 2nd and 3rd. Was the other good chance for the Padres to add to their lead. But his low liner was right to the glove of shortstop Gonzalez. One ball, one strike to Amarista.
How about the little ninja going into this ball game? Off of left-handed pitching. 306. 36 at-bats prior to this game.
He takes his rips.
He definitely has fun, doesn't he, Volquez?
You wonder what he's talking about. I'm guessing he's talking about the one base hit. Yeah. Just that far away from me. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 8th inning, 1-0 Padres. Got him swinging. So a couple of strikeouts for Wesley Wright. 3 outs away from a one-hitter, Edinson Volquez. And so Edinson Volquez trying to do something he has never accomplished as a major league pitcher as he starts Jose Altuve. Altuve has just made steady work of ground balls to second base, 3 in a row. Volquez has never pitched a shutout. He has never pitched a complete game. High fly ball, right field. Venable starts in, now has plenty of time to get back. And there's one away. This is his 110th career major league start. It's kind of shocking. No complete games and no shutouts.
Yep. And that was pitch number 105 out of the hand of Edinson Volquez. Look at his starts this year.
The longest he's gone is 7 innings. He's done that a handful of times.
He's thrown as many as 127 pitches. That was 2 starts ago against the Cincinnati Reds.
As we said in the Dodger effort, where he struggled 5 innings, but just he is the definition of a workhorse. A horse that really works hard every outing.
Now, a big key this inning for Edinson Volquez, right? He's never been to this point in the ball game. Getting a chance. Try not to overthrow, and that's only natural for a pitcher to try to shut the door on these Astros and go for that complete game.
You don't want to make a mistake, get wild in the strike zone. Gonzalez. That's a strike. He's fouled out. Tapped back to the mound, and he walked in the 6th inning. But was thrown out trying to steal by Grandal. Scott Moore on deck.
Curveball. Nice. That was beautiful. I don't think you could have thrown out a more perfectly located curveball. Right in the center of the plate, knee high.
Padres in their history, as we all well know, never a no-hitter. 25 one-hitters. Foul ball to Alonso at first base on a curveball.
Well, Padres live right around the corner after this one. Stay tuned. Mike Pomeranz, Mark Sweeney, along with Trevor Hoffman, talking about this ball game, breaking it down for you. And Dick, if I'm Volquez throwing a fastball in this situation, keep it away. Give him left field. The outfield is shifted towards the left field line.
Got him swing. Strike 3. Down to the final out. Oh, who would have thought back in the 4th inning, if that ball is fielded cleanly and Volquez can throw him out, he'd be a man away from the Padres' first no-hitter.
A great changeup out of the hand of Edinson Volquez. Boy, with his body language, it looks like a heater. And way out in front of him for the punch out is Gonzalez. 1 out away from a complete game for Volquez.
111th pitch coming up. Scott Moore, the batter, 0 for 3 tonight. 2 ground outs and a fly ball to left. Strike 1. Curveball caught the inside corner, or outside corner rather. Bounces that one.
Heart's got to be pumping right about now.
As outstanding a pitcher as Volquez is, the fact that he's never completed a game, a 9-inning complete game. In his 110th start, is this the time? 2-1. Curveball misses. $26,735 at Petco tonight to see a pitching gem. But an out away. 3-1. And overthrew that one.
Yeah, you could tell. And he knows what he's up against here. 1 out away from pitching a complete game, trying to finish it off and just overthrowing that last fastball.
On deck is a home run hitter. J.D. Martinez has 11. That'll make it to the seats down the left field line.
You know, third time around for Scott Moore. Fastball count 3-1. Fourth at bat, I stand corrected. And he still has difficulty catching up to that fastball in a fastball count. Good movement, good velocity at 93 from Edinson.
Another foul. Good location at 94. He's still got full velocity.
Yep.
Same kind of fastball that he opened the game with. High fly ball hit to deep center field. Room out there for Amarista. A one-hitter for Edinson Volquez. As close as you can come when you go to the ball yard to see a no-hitter. A scratch, single separating Volquez from no-hit history. But what a game. A one-hit shutout, and the Padres win it 1-0. Oh, my. Volquez watching that ball fall into the glove of Amarista and celebrate something he has never accomplished in his major league career. It took 110 starts. He's got his shutout. He's got his complete game and almost a no-hitter, Michael.
Not only that, Dick, but he also gets us a long 4-game series win. The Padres over the Astros, an exciting one for sure. Hope you're going to join us for the postgame show. A lot to get to. The key, one of them for Edinson Volquez, was making sure he could work with that nasty changeup. He did. We have Trevor Hoffman on the set with us. He's going to show you how to throw it and how Edinson did it. We're going to see in just a moment.